Good morning, how are you all doing? I am off on a quick little morning walk before I squeeze in a workout, before I have a bunch of coaching calls with my clients, which I am very excited about. But speaking of walking and working out and movement and whatnot, today that's kind of what I want to focus on. I've recently started a new exercise routine plan thing, and I specifically wanted to focus on HIIT workouts today. Because, oh boy, it is rare that I see someone doing an actual HIIT workout when they think or say that they're doing HIIT. Like, in general, most people do HIIT very incorrectly, and it's not for lack of trying, it's just for lack of knowledge about what the actual studies are looking at when they're talking about HIIT. But that's a rant for later on in this video when I actually have time to sit down and discuss it with you. Hello, future editing Marissa here. I actually filmed this video like 3 weeks ago, ended up taking a week off and then had to, you know, push other videos back, so I'm just getting around to posting it. Originally, I gave a whole recap of how my training split had changed, but it has changed again since then, so I figured I would just give you kind of like an overview of what's happened with my training in the last like 2 months, because what I originally said in the video isn't even relevant anymore. So you guys know that when I started my cut, I was doing a full body split where I was doing 3 full body resistance training sessions and then 3 days where I would just do shorter resistance band, like lighter workouts during the day. And that was working great, but I realized that on the days that I started off with an actual resistance training workout, I felt so much better. I felt so much more focused. My whole day went better. And so I was like, well, maybe I should, you know, just do that more if it makes me feel that good. So I increased to training 5 days a week. I was doing an upper lower split with the 5th day being like glute and ab focused, and that was working great. I was loving it. But then George Floyd was murdered and the world kind of flipped upside down. I'm sure you all experienced it. It was just a very heavy week, 2 weeks, a lot going on. Not only was I trying to spend as much of my time possible doing what I could, I was going to protests, posting all the time, doing a bunch of stuff, but also it was just, you know, it was overwhelming, and I felt that distress in my body, and so I didn't want to push myself to, you know, keep training 5 days a week when my body really wasn't feeling up to it. So I backed off the exercise, didn't work out for like, I don't know, 4 days a week, and now I am getting back into training, doing like 30 to 45 minute sessions kind of as frequently as I feel like it, which has resulted in about probably 4 workouts within the last week. I'm hoping to scale it back up to 5 workouts a week. My gym just reopened though, so I might venture back in there. Basically, I don't know where my training is currently at. Right now, I'm doing 30 to 45 minute sessions whenever I feel like it. So I'll keep you guys updated on that, but for now, let's get back to the video because I actually have a complete upper body at home workout for you.
Every time that I see your face, it always makes me smile. And every time that I drive to you, it's always worth my while. So let me sing for you, like the birds in the mountains do, like a child who cries for you, cries for you. So let me sing for you, about the streets and the avenues. There's nothing I'd rather do, rather do.
Alrighty, that was a fun workout. I felt pretty darn strong even though I am 1.5 weeks into my next like deficit cycle, which is usually where strength might kind of, you know, start to degrade just a smidge. I felt strong and motivated, so doing good. Now, unfortunately, I don't have time to make breakfast before my first call, so I need to go hop on my first call, but then it's breakfast time. And I'm making another chicken popper recipe from the Unbound Wellness blog, so we know it's gonna be a good one. I'll make sure I link the recipe down in the description so you guys can check it out if you want to make it too. this time. So excited to just have a little bit of catch up with them. It sounded like a good idea. It was a good idea. I made these with ground chicken that also has ground liver, heart, and I think another organ meat, maybe just liver and heart, but trying to get in more organ meats as per usual, so I figured this was a good way to do it. All right, it has been a hectic morning and afternoon, to say the least, but I finally have a little bit of time to take a little step back, get a HIIT workout in. But first, I want to just like chit chat with you about HIIT, because, oof, the world needs to know about the madness and why everyone is doing HIIT wrong. First, let me just say that me doing this HIIT workout, I don't know if I'm gonna be consistent with HIIT workouts. I'm literally just like sticking my toe in the HIIT workout water, like dabbling. This is me dabbling. Just the other day, I just thought to myself, you know what sounds like a good idea? A HIIT workout. Like, I don't know why. I wanted to do one, so I did one. And then I did one the other day. This is not me saying, okay, I'm like incorporating HIIT into my routine all the time. This may be my last HIIT workout for like 2 months, who knows? HIIT workouts have become very popular for a number of reasons. The main one being the fact that you can actually burn a significant number of calories in a very short amount of time. And for a lot of people, that's a lot more enjoyable than spending 30 minutes to an hour on the treadmill. HIIT is also really good at preserving muscle mass while you're in a calorie deficit, as opposed to steady state training, because it recruits the type 1 muscle fibers, the fast twitch muscle fibers, which are the same ones that are recruited when you're lifting. So it's sending the same stimulus, and it also increases the production of human growth hormone, which is absolutely necessary to maintain and build muscle. But not only does it have a ton of aesthetic and fat loss and muscle preserving benefits, it also has just a lot of general health benefits. For example, it promotes the process of mitochondrial biogenesis, which is the creation of new mitochondria in your cells. It also can improve aerobic capacity. It improves skeletal muscle oxidative capacity. It can reduce markers of disease in both healthy people and people with cardiometabolic disorders. HIIT has a ton of benefits that can be accomplished in a very short time span. So it's no wonder HIIT workouts are so popular and why there are so many people posting HIIT workouts on YouTube and Instagram. Here's the thing about HIIT workouts. Just because it has intervals doesn't mean that it's a HIIT workout. There's interval training and there's high intensity interval training. The key component of HIIT is the high intensity part. But the intervals that are your working intervals during the workout, like the ones where you're actually doing the exercise as opposed to the rest intervals, need to be high intensity. Now, how do you define high intensity? To be fair, there is a little bit of a gray area because there is no like one definition that is used across all studies. Different studies use different protocols for HIIT. But consistently, the working intervals should be at about 95-ish% of your max capacity for work. And this amount of intensity, working at like 95% of your physical capabilities, means that you should not be able to sustain that work for longer than 15, 20, max 30 seconds. Like, if you're elite athlete and have trained for a while, maybe you can sustain that for 30 seconds. And additionally, if you're working at this capacity, even if you're just working in intervals, you shouldn't be able to complete more than 15, 20, again, max like 30 minutes of this style of training. Basically, for the average person, unless you've been doing HIIT for like a long time and are very well conditioned to it, if you can do the exercise for longer than 20, maybe 25 seconds, or can do the HIIT workout for longer than like 20 minutes, you're probably not doing HIIT because you are not physically working at 95% of your capacity. You're doing closer to like 75 or 85% of your capacity, which is why you have the endurance to be able to go longer. Being able to do it longer doesn't mean you're getting a better workout. It means you're working less intensely when you're actually doing the exercises. It's kind of similar to lifting. If you're lifting at like 95% of your 1 rep max, you can probably do like 1 rep, maybe 2. Whereas if you're lifting at like 75% of your 1 rep max, you can usually do about 10 reps. Doing 95% of your 1 rep max and doing 1 rep is gearing you towards training for strength, whereas doing 75% of your 1 rep max and doing 10 reps is training more for hypertrophy. They both have value, but they have very different outputs. And just because you did 10 reps at 75% capacity doesn't mean that you did more or better than if you were to do 1 rep at 95% capacity. I see people commenting all over all the time about how they did like a 40-minute, 60-minute HIIT workout. It's not HIIT if you can do it for that long. You physically cannot work that hard for that amount of time. Like, there is a limit to how much your body can physically do. And if you're pushing the time limit, you have to scale back on the intensity. I wanted to talk about this because with the quarantine situation, I've just been seeing so many people posting HIIT workouts. They aren't true HIIT workouts. They're just glorified cardio. They're interval training, which is fine if that's what you want to do. I just want you guys to have the knowledge to know that interval training is not going to give you the same studied benefits of HIIT because it's not HIIT. I'm gonna look up hashtag HIIT workout on Instagram and just go through it. I'm not gonna show you the workouts that I'm looking at. I'm not trying to like slam anyone or anything, but I'm just gonna demonstrate these exercises for you guys and explain to you why it's not a HIIT workout. Oh boy, first one I click on, first exercise, let's do this. Okay, we're starting off our first not real HIIT exercise with squat to rotating lunge for 40 seconds. So you already know right off the bat it's not HIIT. You got squat, lunge, squat, lunge. Yeah, I can do this a lot longer than 15 seconds. I can talk to you easily. If you can talk easily while doing an exercise, not 95% intensity. The next exercise in this workout is even better. Let me show you. We got a tricep dip to tabletop. This isn't even cardiovascular. This is like yoga. Ah yes, we have the classic kickbacks, but done explosively. This is not a HIIT exercise. We have a hinge squat. I could do this while scrolling through Instagram for an hour. Not HIIT. I'm sorry, what muscles am I working? How is this getting my heart rate up? It's not. I'm not trying to be sassy. I'm just very frustrated seeing so many people being misled by people that are not posting actual HIIT workouts and claiming that they're HIIT, and then people think they're getting the benefits that they're not even coming close to getting. So at this point you might be wondering, Marissa, if I can't trust any of the HIIT workouts on the internet, what do? How do I get in a really good actual HIIT workout that's gonna get me all of the scientifically proven benefits of HIIT? Well, guess what? I have an answer for you. A true HIIT workout for the average person should look like this. About 15 to 25 max seconds of exercise at 95% of your max capacity. Rest until you recover, and then repeat. And do that for no more than 15 to 20 minutes. So what I'm doing right now to do HIIT is literally just sprints. The other day when I did it the first time, I just timed myself. I set a timer for 15 seconds. I started sprinting, and when the timer stopped, I knew that that was my distance that I could go when I was sprinting as hard and as fast as possible for 15 seconds. And so now I just use that distance rather than actual seconds, just because it's hard when you're sprinting, not on a treadmill. So what I will do is I will start on one side, and then I will hit go on my phone, and I will just sprint to my 15-second point, and then I will rest for 45 seconds to a minute, just catch my breath, try not to die, try to let my heart rate come down back to as low as possible, and then after I have recovered, I will sprint the other direction back to where I started, rest at that point again, and then it's just repeating. Sprint, rest, sprint, rest, sprint, rest. And I basically do that until I want to die, and usually that takes about 10 minutes. And I say usually, I've done it twice, so who knows. If I do HIIT at the gym, I prefer to do it on an elliptical just because I have a massive fear of tripping over my own feet and just going flying into the concrete and scraping my whole body up and like smashing my face into the ground. But I don't have an elliptical right now, so we're making do with the sidewalk. But basically, sprinting is my choice for now because honestly, I don't think there's any other exercise that I feel like I could do to be working at 95% of my aerobic capacity. Like, I feel like jump squats are almost good enough, but for me personally, I feel like my muscles fatigue before my cardiovascular system fatigues, so I can't actually push myself to 95% of my aerobic capacity because my legs just give out before I get to that point. I guess that's actually really important to note, is that in most studies, they do like pure regular cardio for HIIT. It's usually biking. So if you want to do like sprints on a bike, you can totally do that. But doing more resistance-based exercises as HIIT, usually it's your muscles fatiguing before it's your cardiovascular system that's actually getting worked to 95% capacity. I think that's about everything I wanted to say on that topic, but I have a feeling I just created a lot more questions than I answered. So if you have more questions, leave them down in the comments below. Maybe I'll just do like a full blog post on this or something, or I'll do an Instagram post, or I'll just follow up with another video if there's like that many questions that I need to address. But the main takeaway that I want you to get is that it is not a HIIT workout if you can do the exercise longer than 20 seconds, or if you can do the whole workout for longer than like 20 minutes. If you've been working out it a while and you're highly conditioned, you might be able to push that to 30 seconds on and then a 30-minute workout.
One eternity later.
So I just filmed my weight loss update video, and I feel like there was a lot that I wanted to say that I didn't say, and there was a lot that I said that I just didn't say right. I hope it was helpful. I don't know. It's really hard to film those kind of videos because I feel like my own thoughts are just so jumbled on it that it's hard to like put it into one coherent piece that's actually consumable and is helpful. I tried, just trying to help you guys out. I don't know, maybe it's not helpful at all. I hope it is. Dinner tonight is something that I batch cooked last night. I just have some pesto salmon. Not homemade pesto, I bought the pesto. Put some pesto on some salmon and baked it. And then I have some roasted Brussels sprouts and broccoli with onion powder, garlic powder, salt, pepper, nutritional yeast. And then I also got some pickled cauliflower at the farmer's market. I've been snacking on this throughout the day and it's delicious, so I figured I'd throw it on with my dinner too. I am so glad I had something prepped. I am just way too tired, and if I hadn't had this, dinner would have been brought to you by Chipotle tonight.
Or brought to me by Chipotle. I probably would have had it delivered because I'm just,
I also grabbed a kombucha because I didn't have one of those earlier. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, eat my dinner, and I have 2 episodes left of Schitt's Creek, so I think I'm gonna finish it. Hello. I know I look a little different right now. Just put a face mask on. The last few days have just been a little bit stressful and hectic. I just had to do a little bit more work than normal, so I decided to take tonight to just relax, have some me time. By that I mean have a cup of tea and put a face mask on. Just wanted to like take tonight to set myself up to have a really good night's sleep because it's really what my body needs right now. So for the last like hour, I've just been decompressing. I had a little bit of chocolate earlier. That was great. I'm about to take my favorite sleep cocktail. I mean, it's not really a cocktail, it's just a combination of supplements. The first thing is the Ned CBD oil, and then I take some magnesium from Natural Stacks, and then some ashwagandha, and then my tea is a Tulsi and ginger tea. Tulsi is also an adaptogen that's really great at promoting de-stressing in the body. As soon as my face mask is off, I'm gonna pop on my blue light blocking glasses, just chill for a little bit, then go to bed. Let me show you my favorite face mask collection so that you can stop looking at this face and just see what I have on my face instead. First of all, I'm a plant mother now.
look at her.
She's so pretty. Also, my brother gave me that little owl guy up there. Anyway, these are my face masks. This is the one that I have on right now. It's from Holistic Science, but I also love the Four Sigmatic one. The ingredients are literally so clean that you can actually eat it. Like, it's designed to be able to be a face mask, but also if you just mix it with hot water or like warm milk, you can make it a Mexican hot chocolate. It's insane, so you can literally lick it off your face. And then I also love the Alitura clay mask. The ingredients in this are also super fantastic. My skin always feels amazing the next day after using this. Alrighty, my skin is feeling super clean and fresh. I am feeling nice and relaxed and ready for sleep, so I think it is time to go to sleep. Again, if you have any questions about HIIT or even my new workout split, any questions, whatever you want to know, leave them in the comments down below. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. It really does support me and my channel. I genuinely appreciate it. Please share this video with your friends, your family, stick it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. If you want to see more videos from me all about health and fitness, you can check them out over here. To see future videos from me all about health and fitness, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the little notification bell so you get notified when I post a new video, and I will see you very soon. Bye.